Marvel's Loki, Episode 4, Season 1. This show just keeps getting better. You know, it's like, you ever see that Beetlejuice where he tells a girl, you know, I've seen The Exorcist 167 times or whatever it was. He says, and it just keeps getting funnier. That's Loki. You know, I've seen it a couple times and it just keeps getting better. It was good writing. So, spoilers. Be advised, there will be spoilers. I'll mark it, you'll see. But right now, just want to talk about the show. So Loki has gotten himself, you know, neck deep into some trouble. He's sitting on a planet. The planet's about to blow up. He's only got a couple hours. He's sitting there, and then he decides, I'm going to look deeper into my own eyes from an alternate dimension. And how can you tell a true narcissist? He falls in love with himself. You know, Sylvie in the comic books is a version of the Enchantress. But I think they're doing it, they keep saying enchanting with her powers, but I think they're doing it, that she's 100% a version of Loki. Kind of a mix between the two, I think. But Loki decides he kind of digs her. She's a little bit of all right. And at that instant, time deviates again. I don't know why. We've got to see the next couple of episodes to know exactly why, but it seems like maybe he changed, or maybe his realization that he could love someone or not be alone. I don't know what it was, but whatever it was, maybe it's because he wanted to, you know, hook up with himself, and that just blew Time's mind. Man, I don't know. But whatever it was, when he did it, the timeline split. And when that split occurred, Agent Morbius and the others were able to find him. They find him, they find the other Loki, they bring him back. So, when they do that, they bring them back, and Loki, who knows a little bit more now than he did before, tells Agent Morbius, spoilers are starting, tells Agent Morbius, hey man, you're being lied to, man. You know, Time, you know, they're lying to you, man. And he's like, huh. And you could tell at that moment, he either had that thought before, or he's thinking it, but he still has them taken away. The hunter, 72, 69, 85, whatever number she is, that hunter thinks about that too. She's like, And people are starting to have doubts about what's going on with the Time Variant Authority. So with these doubts that come up, they're like, oh man, you know, what's going on? You know, and they're starting to doubt there's chinks in the Time Variant's armor, which kind of makes sense, because that's pretty much what Loki does. Loki destroys things. So his presence there is, you know, the catalyst to destroying their agency anyway. So he's there, he's talking to them, he's spreading dissent, you know, even if he's not trying to. That's his thing, man. He's got a mischief, he's got a lies, got a evil. So people are starting to doubt what's going on. And Agent Mobius is talking to Rabona, and he's like, hey man, whatever happened to that girl? I'd like to see it, that other agent. And she's like, oh no, she's dead. And he's like, but she seemed okay. Are you sure? And she's like, mm-hmm. And you can tell at that moment, she's lying. So he tricks her to move away from her phone device so he can swap them and take hers. And then he can look in it and he sees that, you know, things are not exactly what they had appeared to be. So he's got more reason to doubt. So now he goes to get Loki and he's like, hey man, you gotta tell me what's going on, man. What's going on? And Agent Morbius will not be in any more episodes, probably, because they gave him finger across the neck. And I was surprised by that, really. I figured Owen Wilson was going to be in the MCU, you know, but not unless they bring him back, because they killed him. And then Loki and the other Loki get freed. You know, the Hunter's like, come on, man, I'm going to help you guys. And they free them, and they bring them to the Time Lords. And of course, there's a big fight, a big brouhaha, and the Time Variant Authority get the business. And both of the Lokis win, which I was a little surprised about, and they find out the secret of the Time Lords. They're like, oh, okay, so now we know what's going on. I don't want to give too much away. I don't want to, like, you know, verbatim tell you everything. But they figure out what's going on, and then, shock and awe, Loki gets killed. What? Blew my mind, man. Something like that. You can't kill Loki. He's the main guy. I mean, the show's named after him, you know? But they did it, which was the reason that I stuck around and watched, you know, the credits roll, because I was like, well, there's got to be more to it. So I watched the credits, and I'm sitting there twiddling my thumb. It's 0 dark in the morning, and I'm sitting there watching the TV, half asleep. I had to watch it again later. Half asleep, watching TV, waiting. Mid-credits scene. There's an Easter egg. I want to give you the Easter egg, but I don't want to give you the Easter egg. I'll just say this. It becomes a lot more interesting. The next episode should drop today, because I want to know what's going on. But Loki is maybe still there, you know, even though they zapped him with the device that's supposed to kill him. This was a good show. And this actually was better than any one of the previous Lokis, and all of the previous Lokis were good. This one, the last one was a little slow. This one kicked it in a high gear. This one picked up the pace. I would give this Loki, the episode, 9 bags of popcorn. 9 bags of popcorn. Because that's what I think about that. More importantly, what do you think about that? Now that you've seen the video, let's talk about it in the comments. And as always, if you like the video, if you like the content, subscribe. And then like.
Popcorn passport. Get your